Hi everyone, it's Dave from Chronos Cash, and today is a big day for the channel. Today marks day 7 of opening various TCG packs. First week down and many more to go. For today, I found it only fitting that we open our first booster box, as well as the first Yu-Gi-Oh packs here on the channel. Today's video is going to be a little different. Today, I want to tell you a story. A story about me and what brought me here to make these videos for you now. But first, let's take it back to the year 2000. I was just a little boy minding my own business when it happened. Pokemon came on my early morning cartoons and I was amazed. I want to be the very best like no one ever was? Forget it. I was hooked. That became my entire life and everyone else's problem. That is until September 28th, 2001, when Yu-Gi-Oh! First aired on TV, and that was it. My life as a nerd was solidified. I became obsessed with all things Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. Every time I went to the store, we have to stop by the card section just to see what was there. Thus began my love for trading cards as well. All thanks to Yu-Gi-Oh! Trying to describe what Yu-Gi-Oh! Means to me is like asking someone about their first pet and what they meant to them. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is actually how I learned how to do math when I was young. Blue Eyes White Dragon with 3000 attack beats Dark Magician with 2500 attack by 500 points. Boom. Math learned. Anyway, back to the story. Some of my best childhood memories were the times I got to play Yu-Gi-Oh! With my dad. As time went on, I kept collecting cards that I still have to this day and watching the shows religiously any chance I got. And then it happened again. My birthday in the year 2004, my grandmother gave me my first gaming system, the Shrek Edition Game Boy Advance SP, and man did I love that thing. Very soon after that Game Boy, I begged my parents to take me to GameStop to buy, you guessed it, Pokemon. I got Pokemon Leaf Green that had just come out at the time, and Pokemon Sapphire. To this day, Sapphire is probably one of my favorite Pokemon games, and Mudkip will always be my favorite starter. I remember my first time playing Pokemon Leaf Green. My dad had agreed to play with me and share a game file so we could experience the game together. We made it all the way to the Hypno battle on Third Island when my little boy brain decided it. I didn't want to play with Charizard anymore, and I reset the game. Even worse, I didn't tell my dad I wanted to reset it. Later that day, my dad went to play with me and saw what I had done. Unfortunately, to this day, I don't think my dad has played a Pokemon game since. I learned a really tough lesson that day, but thankfully I stuck to Pokemon like a child's hand glued to a piece of paper. A few years passed, and my cousin, after watching me play Pokemon for so long, was finally able to get his own. And how does the saying go? Oh, yeah, the rest is history. From then on, every game after, starting with Diamond and Pearl, my cousin and I would get every game on release day and play together. I tried to get him to Yu-Gi-Oh! Too, but it never really stuck for him. Ever since then, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Have been major parts of my life. Fast forward to 2020, for the year everything changed. For most, it was the worst year of their lives. For me, it was the year my now wife and I reconnected after graduating high school and started dating. She is actually the person who convinced me to open my first pack of Pokemon cards. I know what you're thinking. I loved Pokemon, I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! Loved Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, but never got into Pokemon cards? I know, it's weird, but that's besides the point. Anyway, we were able to get our hands on 2 Elite Trainer boxes of Champion's Path, in which I pulled the Rainbow Charizard. Talk about beginner's luck, am I right? Well, since then, my wife and I have been collecting Pokemon cards together, and it's been one of my favorite things we do together. I can't wait for the day we can pull packs with our son as well. We had our son earlier this year, and just a few months later, I lost my job that I'd been working at for over 2 years. Things became very hectic after that. We had to move and figure out where life was headed for us, and we decided that we wanted to start our own business, a trading card business, which is the goal I am striving for even now, and things are looking up and we will get there. Thank you for listening to my story, and I hope you learned a thing or two about me and will continue to support me and my family going forward. This has been Day from Chronos Cash, and as always, thanks for watching and have a good day.